Steve. She's her own bubble butt boyfriend, Billy. You're evil. Some slack. She watched her mom get butchered. Where do you get this shit? You are pathetic.
Get ready to join Nancy Ann Ritter, aka Nar, as she and Jar Jar Jeremy try to face their fears of all things horror. Along with their guru of gore, Kevin Crooksy, they will watch and give their critiques of some of the best the horror genre has to offer. Will they succeed? Find out on the re-education of Nancy Ann Ritter.
Okay, yes.
Welcome to the show. This week on the re-education of Nancy Ann Ritter, aka Nar, we're hanging with Nar, Kevin, Jar Jar, and we're going over the 1977 classic, The Hills Have Eyes. And we've definitely, I think we broke Nar with this one.
We continue to break her. You know, when something's broken, you try to fix it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm breaking it.
Like,
we're just breaking her worse and worse.
Yeah, just worse and worse.
Yeah.
You're basically just bludgeoning me to death with each movie.
Just keep in mind that these are just, these are older movies as well. So these are movies that were iconic because they were, innovative at the time. They're much more graphic now. They're much more intense now. A lot of the movies.
I think these, you all are giving me a full re-education, but I'm guessing you can tell me, I feel like these 70s and 80s films are going to be way more terrifying to me than the current ones. I know now there'll be tons of, in today's age, tons of gore and all of that, but these, not every single film, but these ones you're having me watch, I'm imagining won't
our ages too. Like this will bring us back to like if it's an 80s movie, it'll bring even though we were like babies basically in 1977.
Yeah.
We still remember seeing things that looked like that or cars that looked like that or whatever. I have
late 70s, early 80s are pretty much the same.
Yeah. Elva Klimt talking about
a little.
Is it because you're the great googly woogly?
The great googly woogly.
Are you talking about your penis?
I was going to put racist.
If you want me to.
Retired cop.
Racist retired cop.
Yeah.
RRC.
He was my stepdad. That was my stepdad.
He was a stubborn old man.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of things that happened in this movie that were just like, oh, that was a thing back then. Like the fact that Dee Wallace is walking around smoking a cigarette as she's holding her baby.
Yeah, right. Her husband reminded me of Sonny Bono.
I was going to say the same exact thing.
I'm just like,
Bono.
I had to look in the credits and stuff to make sure it wasn't him. I'm just like, that guy.
Same exact thing. I was like,
where's Cher? They said our love would never last.
And she was the mother of the boy, of Bobby, right?
The baby?
Dee Wallace?
Yeah.
No. No. She's the mother of Bobby?
No.
No. The mother was the mother of all of them, except for Sonny Bono. Sonny Bono is like the son-in-law.
So their sister. Okay, so Dee Wallace is Bobby's older sister.
Yeah, older sister.
Because how gross that she and Sonny Bono were fucking in the car, right?
Right.
The trailer. So Dee Wallace's character is just all kinds of wrong.
Yeah.
Not Dee Wallace herself, but her character.
So did you notice? It was after the fact that people blew up, but you notice it said starring Suze Lanier, and then it said also featuring Dee Wallace and all these other people. And then because they were like, she was set to be the breakout, you know,
Mm.
and it didn't happen. After this she signed on to be Chrissy Snow in Three's Company. She was in the pilot episode of Three's Company, and then she was let go, replaced. And then
Susan Lanier.
yeah, Susan Lanier was the original Chrissy Snow. Yeah,
Did not know that.
yeah, we had her on the Look at Her show one time.
Post The Hills Have Eyes.
No, I think it was right after it.
So, because she looked. Wait, she was cast as Chrissy Snow after The Hills Have Eyes? Because she looked. I liked her a lot, but she looks kind of old to play Chrissy Snow.
I don't know. I mean, she.
Or maybe she looked old in The Hills Have Eyes based on makeup and.
Yeah, maybe it was that, and maybe like the lighting, and we talked about how grainy everything was, and stuff like that. I don't know. I think she's adorable.
Oh no, I think she's really pretty,
and she still is. She's still very, very good friends with Michael Berryman. Like they hang out, like they're close friends. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
and then I guess what made me think of her as older is just having Dee Wallace. It was hard having Dee Wallace as her daughter. It made me think of her, Susan Lanier, as older in The Hills Have Eyes.
Susan Lanier was her sister in The Hills Have Eyes.
Was Dee Wallace's sister?
Yeah, the blonde one.
See, that did not read that way to me.
So there was two sisters and a brother, and then Sonny Bono was the husband of Dee Wallace.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. So Susan Lanier looked old enough to be okay. Is this going to get me in the doghouse?
I don't know.
Oh no.
They made me. It looked. I thought she was. I mean, no, I get that I was wrong, but age-wise, she looked like. I thought she was Dee Wallace's mother.
No, that was the old lady. The old lady that was they propped up in the chair later on. That was the mom.
Isn't? Oh, is Susan? Okay, that's who I thought was.
No, the little blonde girl.
That's Susan.
Little sister.
Okay, so let's go back. Okay. Woo. Okay, yes, now I can see Susan Lanier. Do I say Suze? So
she goes by Suze Lanier Bramlin now.
Okay,
that's like her.
Okay, now I'm sorry.
That's
So
okay.
Suze Lanier, now I can see why for some reason I was so dumb and thought Suze Lanier was the mom.
Yeah, I can understand why she would get let go.
Yeah, that's why I was like Chrissy Snow.
What? You sure it wasn't the actual building, the Regal Beagle, that she was cast as?
So okay, now I can totally. She would be a perfect Chrissy Snow.
Oh yeah.
And gorgeous and okay. So let me get this all together.
Can of worms, guys. Can of worms. Open it up.
Suze Lanier is Dee Wallace's sister in the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the brother guy that was chasing the dog up into the.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby was their brother.
Yep.
Oh God. Okay. So Bobby wasn't Suze Lanier's boyfriend.
I thought the same thing the first time I saw this movie. I thought that they were a couple. Then I'm like,
I thought they were a couple.
They're not.
Okay.
No.
Maybe they were behind closed doors.
The three siblings were Dee Wallace, Suze Lanier, and Bobby.
Yep.
And then Sonny Bono was the husband or the boyfriend?
I think it was the husband of Dee Wallace.
Yeah.
Of Dee Wallace. They were married.
The baby daddy.
The baby daddy. Okay. And then, gosh, so I had it so wrong. I was thinking Suze Lanier was the matriarch. So I'm so glad.
It's a little
this
blonde
is why
girl.
it's called the re-education.
And see, another thing about her too is that she's still she sings like she's a singer. She does like blues and stuff like that, and she performs and stuff like that. Yeah.
The matriarch.
No, Suze Lanier.
Really?
Yeah, she's great. She's really nice.
So why did they recast her? They just
I don't know. Like they recast her after the pilot episode, and then they end up getting rid of Chrissy Snow altogether.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
No, I heard it was because the rumor was that Suzanne Summers wanted a pay increase, and that they said know, and then but maybe that was why they got
Maybe.
rid of Chrissy Snow.
Maybe. I mean, she was funny in the show, but she wasn't the funniest. You know.
Okay, I'm fixing my bangs.
Okay.
Um,
I fix mine.
You
too.
look marvelous. I have to fix mine. I'm
Yeah, we all-
losing them.
everyone, let's all
Let me
fix
my
our
bangs.
bangs.
Let me fix my bangs, my chin bangs.
I'm
I don't like
I'm
when
soon to
mine
have them like
separate.
Kevin's.
You're gonna-
This is all I got left.
Sonny Bono bangs.
So Suze Lanier, yeah, she was hot and she had hot tatas.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
she's
very cute.
adorable.
Yeah.
And when we had her on the show years ago, she was nervous about doing online. She hadn't done it. And so we're like, okay, well, we can meet up with you the day before, just so you're comfortable and everything. And we, she logged in. Leo and I were talking to her about how the show was going to run and all this other stuff. And then I heard a bark. I'm like, oh, you got a dog. She went to get up to get the dog, and she's like, I'm not wearing pants. And I'm like, you don't have to get the dog. That's fine. I'm like, wear pants tomorrow, because what if something happens and you need to get up?
Yeah,
just wear
you wanna
pants
get the
tomorrow.
dog.
Did she not even have panties?
I don't know. I have no idea. I was a gentleman, and I wasn't like, prove it. I wasn't like that. I was like, you don't have to do that.
Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity.
No.
I'm kidding.
I may look and act like a piece of shit, but I'm really just a small piece of shit.
I do a good portrayal of this piece of shit. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it.
I have morals.
Thanks.
Why did you thank me for me saying I have morals?
Oh, you said yeah at first. I was like,
Oh, all
because
right.
I was like, I'm a piece, and you're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, thanks.
So was The Hills Have Eyes to be her big break? Because she was.
I don't know, honestly.
She was so good in it, and were you saying, Kevin, that she didn't break out?
Yeah,
in the way people thought.
Her scream
Right.
was freaking.
yeah. They were expecting her to be like a big breakout.
It's so fluke.
And it
It's
ended
so
ended up being-
random.
Ended up being D. Walls was the big breakout.
Was the big breakout. The business is so random and fickle with there's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah, but either
Gotta
way,
sell your soul to the right devil.
the movie's still very interesting. We talked about how gritty everything was. So word on the streets is that the movie was filmed with equipment borrowed from a very famous pornographer. That's where Wes borrowed the equipment from, was a famous pornographer. He didn't say names, but a pornographer at the time.
Huh.
And it says if you think there's any similarities to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's because it was intentional. Because Wes was a huge Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan.
Wow. So the lighting and the colors.
Yeah, and actually some of the
Similar.
props. The guy who did the props on Texas Chainsaw Massacre also did the props in this movie, and a lot of the props in the cave, like where that family's living,
Yeah.
like the bones and stuff like that, were all from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh,
No kidding.
Yeah, little
interesting.
interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to find that cave and
Oh.
steal all the stuff.
Crooksy, Kevin, I love that you get all these fun facts and
It's
behind the
stuff I
scenes.
have no need to know. I have a hard
I do.
time remembering like my family's birthday, other things like that. But I can tell you who was inspired by Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I can tell you where Suze Lanier went after Hills Have Eyes.
Jar Jar and I need to know. This is our classroom.
Exactly.
Well, you guys both
We
have
need to know.
fine colors. But yeah, so let's get into the movie, shall we?
Yes.
So Big Bob's taking his family cross country to Los Angeles. I think they're going. Yeah, they're coming from Chicago, so going to Los Angeles, and they stop at Bob's Oasis, or was it Bob? What was the name of the?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
A shitty gas station.
Yeah, something Oasis gas station, where they're told stay on the main road.
Yeah.
Just stay
I heard
on
there
the
was a
main
silver
road.
mine over these parts. Like it's been empty forever. Don't go over there. See,
That was good.
That's a good voice, Kevin.
I'm a fan of David Tell, and that was kind of a David Tell voice.
Ah,
But yeah. So they were warned. Stay on the main roads. There's nothing. You'll get there if you just stay this trek. Don't fucking be brave or whatever. Don't go looking for silver. And it was, the whole situation was weird because they got out of the car to do things, and there was a big hairy guy that was not hiding very well, that was jumping between things, and no one noticed. Like, it was just like this giant hairy thing, just like huh, and like no one even noticed. And then there was that girl that was part of that whole
Ruby.
Yeah, about the family Ruby.
Yeah, and she was all part of that too. That's where you start to learn that there's there's a background.
There's something going on in them hills.
Yeah, you know what? They have
Them
eyes.
there hills.
Them there hills have eyes. I'm just letting you know.
Ruby's trying to get out of them there hills.
Yeah.
She's like, I want out.
That actress looked familiar to me face wise.
Yeah, she did to me as well. I was looking to see if I knew her from anything, and I didn't really see anything that was recognizable. But yeah, you guys continue, and I'm going to look it up, see if I see anything. Continue.
I didn't like that they took the little piggy out of his cage.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Janice Blythe is Ruby.
Yeah, she's known for The Hills Have Eyes and The Hills Have Eyes Part 2.
Oh, she's in both.
She was also in Phantom of the Paradise from 1974. She was a groupie in that.
She's good in it.
She was
in this film. Yeah.
Oh my God, she didn't really act that much longer after Hills Have Eyes. She was in an episode of Beretta. That's cool.
So I found it funny that the Bob and Ethel there had bought themselves a silver mine. It sounds like somebody getting you that like piece of the moon for Christmas. Just like, here, you now have a plot on the moon.
Here, you're blurry.
Jar Jar, if you sit back, will that make you less blurry?
You have something above your camera?
Because you weren't. Oh, there's good.
There I am.
There you am.
I might disappear again. Oh, no, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. We want to see you.
Yes.
Why?
We need to.
Close your eyes.
We want to see your eyes. Wait, what tattoo do you have?
I have a Superman tattoo.
Are you allowed to show
Right.
us?
I think YouTube will throw us off.
Oh, really?
It's straight out of a comic book.
Oh, I love it.
He's really angry. It's right before he dies.
Oh, I went to his funeral. Did I tell you that?
That's
Entertainment. Yeah, I went to his funeral and I
kidding.
got interviewed on Channel 3 News.
Oh,
And
wicked.
like, oh, why are you here? And I'm like, because I hate him and I want to make sure he's dead.
Good for you, Kevin.
Yeah, with my mullet and everything.
Oh, hell yeah.
I have a Texas
Were you
Chainsaw
wearing-
for tattoo.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
I also have a Jason, and my wedding band is also a tattoo.
I'm getting that done. How bad was that?
Not bad at all.
No?
The worst part is that it cost me $100 and it was done in like 10 minutes. That was the worst part.
Oh, yeah, that does kind of suck.
$100 an hour. It's flat rate. So you're
Yeah.
gonna pay $100. So might as well just, you have little tattoos you want to get, just get a pile of them ready. Go get that done and be like, all right, throw.
I'll just get a multiple of rings. I'll just be
Yeah.
like, ah, ha, ha, ha.
That's what I charge, $100 an hour.
Ooh.
Well, what's
well,
$350 get me?
That would be
A little,
3.5 hours.
a little flick of your nipple.
Oh, there we go.
Flick.
So, anyways,
Anywho,
they leave. How about that?
Yeah. With the old man screaming at them, stay on the main road.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, will do. The next thing you know, a random bush takes out the whole drivetrain of this
Right.
vehicle. It's a bush. They took out the back wheels. You hit it with the front of your car, and the back of your
It took
vehicle
out the
fell
whole
apart.
thing. Yeah, just ripped that vehicle apart. Never mind how low that plane was flying. Like, good lord.
Oh, yeah.
That would have made me shit myself.
I live right
Yes.
at the airport. I hear it. I'm used to it.
Come on, that low?
Yeah, I probably would shit myself. But yeah, I live right down the street from the Worcester Airport, the back of the Worcester Airport.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I go there to drop off mice when we catch them. We get field mice because we don't have basements.
Wow, you're nice.
So we catch them in no-kill traps, and then I just bring them in my car to the airport, and I let them loose in the field in the back of the airport.
Oh, that's so nice.
it
What
though?
nice.
I'm also weird because I do it.
I have a cat.
I'm glad you
I
did.
have a cat too. And you know what she does? She looks at him, and she's jealous.
Really?
They ate her food. Yeah,
My cat brings them home.
lucky.
No, not. They're no longer moving when they get here.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, poor.
Does she lay them in front of your house?
Oh,
at
yes.
the door?
I get tons of presents. I'm just like, oh,
Good.
please stop.
I know.
Please don't like me so much.
Yeah, right.
So, they get into this accident on the way out to where they shouldn't be going.
Yeah, it totally destroys a 1970 Volkswagen, do whatever it is. Like, I was amazed. The tires were destroyed. Everything on that car got torn apart from that one bush.
Shrubbery.
From my bush.
Yeah.
Narn wrecked it.
My tangly web of a bush.
70s bush.
Tumbleweed.
Yeah, the 70s one. Yeah, right. So that bush had a long trail all the way up. It followed the trail. It's a happy trail.
So, and from there, like they Bob and the Doug there decide that they're going to go in separate directions to try to find some kind of way to save him. Now, Doug is like thinks he's on like I don't know, survival training or something. I'm going to the Air Force base and blah blah blah.
Well, like that's 14 miles away. I'll be back before dark. No, you won't.
He's going to look for Cher.
Yeah.
Sonny Bono.
Yes, he's looking for a tree to just smack himself right into.
Oh no!
What happened to my daughter? Where do we go from here? So they're just waiting for them to come back now.
Yeah, pretty much. And Bobby, the Beauty and the Beast, there run off the dogs.
I can't take that. I just have to interject. The animals, just through the whole thing, just these sweet little innocent animals, just being Beauty being gutted, and Beauty yelping before she even runs up their hills, like she's doing that weird whimpering, or not weird, but just that whimpering. So Beauty, poor Beauty, that just killed me. And then the little bird, when he twists the head of the little bird in the cage and eats him. And then I was terrified that something was going to happen to Beast, and I just can't stand anything bad happening to animals.
Yeah, my wife will be like, "Does anything happen to animals in this movie?" Like, yeah. It's like, I'm not watching it then.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
And if I don't tell her and it happens, she'll be pissed.
Oh.
Like if I know for a fact, if I've seen the movie already and I don't tell her something happened, she will be pissed. Because my wife's a vet tech. She loves animals.
Yeah.
And I do too. I'm not a vet tech though. But just so you know, the dog really didn't get hurt in real life, but that really was a dead dog that you saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They bought the dog from, I believe it was the local police.
Oh, wow.
Like roadkill that they bought from.
Because it did look really real. I didn't even think about.
Yeah, that dog was a real dead dog, but it was killed in an accident or something.
Wow. Did they pay the dead dog?
No, the cops like, look, we found this dead dog and we made money out of it. I have a plan. Let's go around killing dogs and selling them to Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah. Hey, get me Hollywood on the phone. I've got
a dead dog.
Yeah. You guys looking for dead dogs? I got a whole bushel full.
I got roadkill.
Roadkill.
You name it, I got it. A skunk, a squirrel, a raccoon, a fox.
What I don't understand is Bobby gets knocked out after this and like still makes it back to like to the car and stuff. Like he doesn't he fall down and get himself knocked out?
I forgot.
I'm trying to remember.
I mean, I know he comes. I can't remember Jar. I know he.
And then all of a sudden he just
he wasn't going as far as the old man, right?
No. He just was going up into the hills to chase after the dog.
Beauty.
But how come he wouldn't tell people what had happened? I'm just like, why are you protecting everybody from finding out that the dog's dead?
I think he was he didn't want them to panic, maybe. That there's something in them there hills that are going to get him.
I needed him to do more gymnastics.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the gymnastics in his little short shorts. That just
those shorts was something
else. Those shorts brought back memories.
I used to wear those shorts.
You and us both.
Gymnastics was such a good little touch. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Out of nowhere doing like a triple flip back spring, handspring, whatever. I'm just like, yeah.
You know what I can do to make this scene a little bit better? Like, hey, we're running out of film. You can't keep doing it. He's like, all right, I promise I'll do it straight. And then he just does that again. He's like, haha, it's gonna be. I forced my way into the movie with my fantastic gymnastics.
Like, did he go up to Wes and say, I can do flips. Could I do it here at this point in the
We're
scene?
in the middle of the desert. I'm going to just...
Ta-da!
He's like, my goal in life is to be on Surface of the Stars. This is my only chance left.
Please, Wes.
Make this happen for me. But yeah. So yeah, there's a whole lot to this movie that there's a lot. Like all those characters up in the woods, and Michael Berryman is great.
Yes.
And they get so brutal too.
Oh, savage.
Does that brutality really start with the father? Is that when everything starts to go to shit?
Well, I feel like it starts with beauty first.
Well, I mean, where it's known. It's known amongst the group.
Oh, with the dad. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, the dad gets it crucified, and from there on,
it's like an explosion, and he's on fire. Yeah.
Did you love when he was doing his last few breaths and the heat was coming out of his mouth?
I have to say, after he dropped the N-bomb, I was kind of like, I don't know.
It's happening in front of your own children.
We got to lose somebody.
I kind of get it. Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty brutal. And like the wife was just like, that's not my husband. That's not my husband.
No, yeah, like she lost it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, when they break into the trailer and just go savage, like it's quick and fast, just gunshots, everything.
There was a little bit of okay. So during that whole thing when they're breaking in, and there's a part where they're attacking Suze Lanier, attacking her, and it's almost like a sexual attack. Michael Berryman is on top of her. So This is, according to Suze Lanier, the tension at first was quite high when the crew prepared the shoot where the scene where Pluto rapes Brenda. As a gag to break the ice for everyone, Lanier and Michael Berryman started making out during the first take. The whole crew. So they just started
That's
making
fantastic.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Okay.
And they're still friends to this day. How great is that?
I love that.
Yeah.
I did a convention in this past September with Michael Berryman, and Tony had told me really nice things about Michael Berryman, so it was nice to meet him, and he was such a nice, sweet man. We just spoke briefly because I never leave my table at a convention.
Don't want to miss anybody.
Say again?
Don't want to miss anybody.
No. But so at the very end, we spoke, and he was really sweet and asked how Tony was doing. And we all three were supposed to do a convention after that one, and that convention got canceled. But anyways, it was so nice to meet him and face to face. But he's so good in this movie.
Yeah, he is. I love when he's got the walkie-talkie and he's just like, so do you have any weapons or whatever? And he's just like, stand on your head. And it's just like what? He's like, hey, kiss your ass goodbye or something like that. I forget what he says, but it was great. There's a little thing from Michael Berryman in here too. It says star Michael Berryman said he was once watching the film in a theater when a woman in front of him said aloud, "This movie is sick and depraved." Michael Berryman then thought it would be funny to lean over and say to her, damn right, lady, this movie is sick. Like Michael Berryman saying it to her. And that's great.
Did he do that? Did he do it or no?
Sounded like he did. We'll have
That's
to ask him.
hilarious.
That's great.
But yeah, he's great.
How do you go into a movie like that and not know what you're going to see?
I don't know.
Right, exactly.
Especially because he was on the poster.
Yeah.
So how do you get into the movie and people not knowing that it's you?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like you're on the poster. Like he was on the poster. So it's like he's a very, there's a lot of people that look like Michael Berryman.
Right.
So,
right.
But either way, I think it's great, and he was hilarious at the same time as terrifying in this movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it just points out that he's great. And I was going to point out that I've met people in many different industries that have been people that have been successful, and it's weird that most of the good guys that you meet are the ones that are assholes, and it's all the monsters in the movies that are the nicest people. So it's crazy. It's really it's crazy and it's cool at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why do you want to talk to them? It's so scary. I'm like, they're the nicest person I've ever met in my life. You have no idea what you're talking about. Like
Nurse Ratched, Louise Fletcher was supposed to be, or I get the sense was really nice and lovely woman in real life, but because people couldn't stand Nurse Ratched, she would be walking down the street in New York City and just get hurled with insults because people couldn't separate her from.
That's ridiculous.
I never understand that.
So she did her.
Crazy.
She acted her ass off to the point where he hated her guts.
Yeah.
She did her job fantastically.
That's what I always say. Like people from the Game of Thrones, they hated Joffrey. I was like, that kid who played Joffrey fucking should have won Oscars for his performance because he was vile. Just people were disgusted by him. It was like when he finally got killed off, you cheered. Yeah. So like that, to me, that's like great acting.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird. And meanwhile, I've heard a lot of bad things recently about Peter Dinklage, about him being
really
pretty rude. Yeah,
that
really
sucks.
He lives in New York City, and
yes, I used to see him on his skateboard.
Right.
Really?
I guess people approach him a lot, and maybe he's just sick of that. He was at a comedy.
I can understand that.
At a comedy club recently, and like a comic that he knows introduced another comic to him, and he was wearing this really nice like white like shirt or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, Peter, this is my friend. He's hilarious." And Peter Dinklage was eating wings. He just looked at him and just like threw a wing right on his white shirt. He was like, "Ah!" Like,
no.
Yeah.
That's me.
Where?
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, too, he's super talented, and he's also the new Toxic Avenger. By the way, they're rebooting the Toxic Avenger, and he's the Toxic Avenger. Yes. I know you.
That is so cool.
But it's interesting.
That is so cool.
Yeah, but enough about that. Let's talk about The Hills Have Eyes again.
Oh yes. So let's see where Bob talks about his son. Brenda finds Bobby shaking up about beauty. They break into the trailer. They're taking advantage of everybody. Not everybody, but
stealing. They're breaking shit and just stealing weapons and whatever. This one goes by fairly quick as well. As soon as shit goes haywire, this movie's over in like no time.
I thought the baby was a really good actor.
Yeah.
And
That's,
I mean,
That
really?
was crazy when they were running with the baby in the hills and stuff.
I don't think there was a real baby at that point.
No, but I was just like
Just
watching
grabbing it
this.
by the head and just like palming it like a basketball and just running through the woods. No.
I thought if anything happens to that sweet little baby in the trailer when she was crying and on the floor, she was just the sweetest little girl. And I thought, oh no, if anything happens to her, I'm just going to be beside myself.
Yeah.
I think the mom got off easy. She bled out through the stomach. I think her death was probably the easiest of everybody that got killed.
Dee Wallace's death?
No,
or
the matriarch,
Okay.
Ethel.
Oh, Ethel was her name.
Yeah, but then after she was gone, they just used her as a trap. Like used her.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's pretty much-
They propped her up in a
plus,
chair.
all your wheels fell off your vehicle. How are you doing this? Like
That was
the
insane.
tire with a knife? Huh? Like
Yeah, they like wrapped the whatever cable around the thing and used it to. That was insane. I was just like, how'd they do all that?
in a very short amount of time because they're like, all right, he's coming. Let's get this set up. And it's like, let's get
Now
our
they're
put her in a chair, get that cable, wrap it around this like wheel hub or whatever.
And it was Suze Lanier's idea, her character.
Very smart.
Very smart.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, there's obviously some stuff that's not very believable, which is good because it's a movie. But yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in this movie. There was remember there was when they were going through the hills and they were hiding, and he was hiding right in like a cobra, like little like nook where like that's where they would live and like that's where they would have their babies and stuff like that. And then there was a real cobra that was on set. That cobra actually escaped in real life from set, and like everyone had to run away, and then the handler had to track it down and recapture
Jesus
it.
Christ.
No.
Yeah.
That's why I don't work with live animals.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I don't work with snakes specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a cobra.
Yeah.
That
it was a tail.
That wasn't a rattlesnake.
Oh, maybe it was a rattlesnake. You're right.
They definitely had the rattle noise.
Was nervous about.
I'm looking.
Snake.
I thought it said cobra in the thing. Maybe the trivia is wrong, or maybe I just don't know how to spell cobra.
Because do you remember the matriarch woman kept talking about rattlesnakes at the beginning of
it must have been just me forgetting things or remembering things incorrectly.
I don't think so, Kevin.
Oh, I do. It happens all the time.
Tell me when you're ready for my notes, because I want to show
what do you got?
I want to get extra credit.
See, I told you.
Jar Jar and Kevin.
You're winning already.
I want to show that I'm a good pupil.
Keep talking to me like this.
Are you ready for me or not yet?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
No. Kevin, yeah, go ahead. I wish I could do your accent. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, you tell. No, I didn't want to interject. You tell me.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we can. If anything pops up that I can mention some trivia.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Easel my way in.
Okay. Okay. Well, since I accidentally watched the first 15 minutes of the
2000
of the more recent one,
2012, 2002, something like that.
Yeah, and then I was so dumb. I was like, "Where's Michael Berryman?" And then I realized,
where's Dee Wallace?
Where's Dee Wallace? So, but I did think that. I mean, comparing the two, similar setting and colors, as between both ones.
I'm now kind of interested in seeing the remake just to see if it holds
That's
up.
a great little cast
as well.
That remake.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Both this and Silent Night, Deadly Night are on Netflix.
Do you have the other Silent Night, Deadly Nights on? Oh,
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't remember.
I wrote, was this the matriarch's? I'm calling her the matriarch. Ethel's line, movie stars and fancy cars. Someone said that. One of the girls in the Hills of Ice said it, and I just thought of her accent, or maybe it was Suze Lanier, but I just thought the Midwest accent was
because
so fun.
They're on the LA.
yeah,
They're on
I
their way
think
to
Suze
LA.
Lanier says it.
yeah, maybe.
Movie stars and fancy cars. Okay. His shorts were hilarious. Ruby's teeth. I've always loved Dee Wallace. Up until watching The Hills of Eyes, I'd only ever seen her in E.T.
Mhm.
So this was exciting for me.
A young, very young Dee Wallace.
Yeah.
And this was this pre-E? This would have been pre-E.T.
Oh yeah.
I loved her little outfit. I love her voice. Tony, who I name drop, which I don't mean to, but Tony Moran says they've done conventions and that she's a really great, nice woman. Okay, I thought Ethel was hilarious. The little bunny in the road as they're going down right before they drive off the road, isn't there that bunny? Or
A
no?
jackrabbit or something.
Wait, say again, Kevin.
Is it like a jackrabbit?
Jackrabbit.
Yes,
So-
yeah,
In the desert, right?
yeah. Janitor of the desert. So one of the characters calls a buzzard the janitor of the desert. I just
Not
like.
wrong. Yeah, they clean up
Yeah,
all
they
the
do
things.
all the cleanup.
Yeah.
Why didn't Dee Wallace with the tarantula? I was just like, flick it. Just flick the
Oh, yeah?
paper towel, and then why did she stamp on it?
Here's the thing: is that tarantula was really found in the camper. It wasn't supposed to be in the movie. They found it for real and just decided to film.
And
Around.
film it. But I mean, now thinking about it, I get why she
She's
was.
a breakout
I would have
star.
thrown up. I would have thrown up on it.
I would have ran away.
I would have
Ran away.
I would have pissed on it. I would have thrown up on it again, and then I would have ran out, and then I would have shit my pants. Because fuck spiders.
I'm okay with spiders when they're like this
I'm
big.
not okay with any
Once they
spider.
get up to the size of my hand, I'm like, burn it with fire. Get rid of it. We'll buy a new house.
That's how I feel about roaches.
Oh God. No, thank you.
Suze Lanier, just on a side note, there's a Broadway actress named Megan Hilty who's now started to do TV, but she was in Wicked. She's a Broadway actress and singer, but she reminded me, she looks very similar to Suze Lanier.
Oh.
That's just a side note. Whoever talks about the dead poodle, I mentioned that that they were making a joke that one of the dogs got a hold of a dead poodle or killed a poodle, and I wrote down dead poodle, but I can't remember what.
I don't
I
remember.
can't remember what. Yeah. Okay. For moving on, the foreboding music, the stone hills. I hated the way those stone hills looked. When Ethel's saying maypole instead
Yeah,
of
Mayday. Yeah.
Um,
Maypole. It's Mayday, ma.
I thought the baby's eyes were just so good anytime they did a close up on the baby. When Ethel says it's just static, when Bobby thinks it's an obscene caller, and
the heavy breathing.
yeah. And then I thought, this is stupid. Beast and Beauty both begin with BEA.
They do.
2 words. Okay. When one of them one of the savages calls Ruby a runaway slut. Oh no, the woman savage calls her a runaway slut.
Yes.
And I thought that was funny. Okay.
They kept a tidy house, I have to say.
Yeah.
Up
For
in the hills.
big
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
That woman, the big woman was scary.
Large Marge.
And all the men savages were frightening, and the guy with the teeth.
And the guy with that, it looked like he had a vagina on the front of his nose.
Yeah, Pluto.
Is
that Pluto?
No, Pluto is Michael Berryman.
Oh yeah.
It had like a split in his face. It's just like
his nose is.
Oh yes. Was that Papa Jupe?
Yeah.
Name really rolls off the tongue. I should adopt that as a nickname.
Papa Jupe. And then I liked in the trailer the little bulletin board next to the door. I thought that was a nice detail in the trailer. I keep writing baby is a good actor. Does Michael Berryman, is he drinking gas when he opens the gas door of the station wagon and he puts like a...
Oh, they were siphoning the gas, yeah.
So
and at first he drinks it and spits it out.
Yeah, you gotta get suction. That's like the old way. Like,
okay,
you gotta put in and you gotta suck on it till it starts coming out, and then you can just dump it and it'll keep going. But that people used to do it that way.
Ugh.
I don't know. I've never tried it. I never would try it. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm walking.
I like the smell of gas, but yeah, I'm not gonna drink it.
I knew a kid in like middle school that was hospitalized for a while because someone bet him to drink gas, and he did, and he was in the hospital for a while.
No.
Yeah.
I loved seeing.
Explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, literally.
I wrote sex at a time like this.
Right.
With all your family around you.
Mom's right in the back trailer. Like,
I mean, I couldn't believe it with Sonny Bono.
Yeah.
Competing on Cher with Dee Wallace. I loved seeing the refrigerator with the A&W can and the different looking kind of.
Yeah. I love that stuff too. I'm like, oh yeah, it's
love it.
Imagine how much this stuff would be worth if it,
right?
Yeah.
When Dee Wallace goes, what do you want, to Bobby while she's having sex with Sonny Bono, and
I just want to watch.
Right. Couldn't you wait?
Couldn't you wait? Jesus Christ. Like,
when Papa Jupe is eating that meat that obviously is a human or the dog.
Some kind of animal.
When they're referring to the baby is with being baby fat that they were going to get to eat.
And there was that one guy who was just like, I'm going to do funny things and I'm going to eat its toes. You guys will laugh. Or something like that.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, and they're just like, yeah.
Was that kind of the Daffy one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think his name was Derp. I think that was his name. I don't know what his name was.
But I thought there was a great sense of dread. Whoever said, you're not my father. Someone said, you're not my father, with like a real mush mouth. I can't remember who said that.
I don't know.
I thought Suze Lanier's screams and just her
scream is
the whole
just
movie.
Yeah,
that tore through you.
Even though Dee Wallace is supposed to be Suze Lanier's older sister in the movie, Suze is actually over a year older than Dee Wallace.
No way.
I just read that.
That's a great little nugget.
Yeah. I also have a little one about the girl who played Ruby.
Tell us. Yeah.
Right. So the auditioning for the role of Ruby required an actress to have a foot race. When Wes Craven shouted for the actress to go, the actress who played Ruby stood behind for a moment. Then after a moment took off and beat all the actresses to the finish. She was given the role. So she let everyone go and then just waited and just took off and beat everyone. And that's how she won the role.
No way.
Yeah, she was kicking.
So she let all the other actresses go, and then she was fast enough
to catch up with them and then pass them all. Yes.
Oh my gosh! And he gave it to her right there.
Yes.
Oh my god! When she screams, "Give me back my baby!"
Yeah.
When Bobby says, so I'm so stupid. I thought Suze Lanier was Bobby's girlfriend. So when he's telling her, shut up, will ya? I was like, oh, he's such a mean boyfriend.
Just a mean brother. You know what it was? Those shorts were too tight. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Those short, yeah. Oh, wasn't there a poster of Jaws? I wrote Jaws
Oh, was there?
in the trailer.
I didn't notice that. That's cool.
I didn't notice it either.
Okay. And then Tenderloin Baby, when they referred to the baby as Tenderloin Baby.
Yum.
The
It's
70s.
the other white meat.
So 70s music. Look, Brenda, would you keep it down? I wrote Girl Just Sing Right Out. I don't know. Oh, Michael Berryman. I was so proud of Beast. Getting Michael Berryman. Beast was a hero.
Yeah, the dogs were more useful than the humans.
Yeah. And then and the dog bringing the walkie-talkie down the hill to his humans. I thought that was amazing. The savages imitating the sound of whimpering dog. Trying to, wasn't that right? Weren't they trying to mimic? Yeah. The finger in the leg. Whoever put the finger in.
Oh, yeah.
That reminded me of when Neve Campbell put her finger in Billy Loomis's chest.
Yeah. Well, you never know. I mean, maybe they had the same.
Maybe Wes.
Yeah.
And that of the savages, the woman is still alive at the end of The Hills Have Eyes. Do they do anything with her character? Is there
which one you talking about? You talking about
Large Marge?
I believe her and
because Ruby's still alive.
Ruby are both in the sequel. Sequel.
I also thought it was cool that Wes edited it. Wes was an editor. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, there's. This was obviously very early on. Here's another little tidbit of information that you probably wish you knew back in the day.
Yes.
When you were talking to Wes. Wes Craven was in part inspired by an incident that happened to him while taking a motorcycle trip with his wife. When he stopped in a small Nevada town, a trio of locals shot an arrow past his head and insulted him. Wes Craven threatened to sue them. They replied that they could easily kill him, leave his corpse in in a nearby salt mine, and no one would ever know.
That's where he got.
Right, and it's also inspired by another true story. Like there was a family. This is like in Ireland, in like the 1700s, I think. It's like roughly based off of a family of cannibals that lived in Ireland as well. The original script was supposed to take place in a forest, not in the hills or a desert.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm glad it was the hills because those hills were creepy day and night.
Yeah. It seems like everything would be out in the open, but it's not. Everything looks. You can see everything, but you really can't see anything at the same time. It's crazy.
I'll do a little plug. I know I mentioned it in the other episode, but a film that the cheerleader and I are in, Leonora, cheerleader from Scream, called The Woodman, has some feral humans in the woods that are being hunted and trying to be researched and found by regular humans. So it had a little parallel with those
feral humans.
Feral humans.
This is another movie that the MPAA initially gave this film an X rating.
I never understood. This one didn't even have boobies, did it?
Nope. I wish.
No boobies.
I wish. Just saying. They originally gave it an X rating, which would have relegated it to the porn circuit and severely hurt its box office returns. Wes Craven cut the film enough to secure an R rating. The original director's cut is thought to be no longer in existence.
Oh, wow.
Why?
So, yeah, I'm assuming that all the footage is gone. I mean, that stuff...
That sucks.
Disintegrates?
Probably, yeah. I would think.
Oh, no.
Only he knows what it was. Well, actually, Michael Berryman probably knows what the scenes were that were cut.
Yeah,
too.
that's true.
Yeah.
Was that...
I was the hero in the movie, and he cut it all out.
The rape scene probably got cut down quite a bit.
Probably, yeah. I mean, even with that still in there, I mean, that's still pretty brutal. Just, I don't know, man. There's a lot of brute, like there's very close range murder in that trailer.
Well,
That's
also the dad being crucified, like that was pretty,
and lit on fire.
Yeah, that was pretty
I
brutal.
think the lit on fire thing is worse, honestly.
Yeah,
because he's alive and he's just screaming. That's horrible.
I had a question that just hit me.
Nar?
The old man. Wait, did you say I'm going to call on Nar?
Yeah. Nar, you have your hand raised?
I'm a good girl. I wait to be called on.
I just talked. Go ahead.
The old man, when he hung himself by the belt, was he doing that as a ploy? If a thief came in, making the thief think he was already dead from hanging. I was confused because he took himself down.
Right. I think it may have been something that he thought that the feral people were after him. So I think it was kind of like a thing like, all right, well, if they're going to come kill me, I might as well just do it myself. And then when he saw that,
really didn't have much run.
Like, all right.
Okay, so then he
And then shortly thereafter, he was on the back of a door, I think, or was he?
Why didn't he let Ruby? What did Ruby want to?
Ruby wanted to leave with him.
Yeah.
And why didn't he? Did he know she was one of the cannibals?
Yeah.
Wanted nothing.
He was the father of the guy with the split in his face.
Yes, supposedly he's father of Father Jupiter, or what is it?
Papa Jupe.
Papa Jupe.
But he wasn't a cannibal.
Right.
No.
So the reason why he's all like, so he had the kid and bad things, whatever, and like they basically just tried to get rid of the kid, and the guy, he survived. And but he's his dad. Yeah.
So where is it revealed in which scene that Papa Jupe is his son?
Well, they explain.
He's talking to Bob, I think, when Bob goes to find him. When he leaves the rest.
And what is he? So that went right over my head. So what did the old man say? He said, "My son's up in the." Did he say my son's?
He was talking about the birth of his son, and
how he had a vagina on his nose.
Yeah, he's like, "Get all." I was going to say "cunt face," but I won't say that. That's rude.
Cunt.
So that vagina-faced gentleman, I will call him that instead.
Yeah, I guess.
I do that all the time. Oh, I was going to say this. That would be horrible. And I would just say it. And I'm going to go on to the next thing.
Cunt nose.
Fred supposedly attacked Jupiter with a tire iron and left him in the hills to die.
Who attacked Papa Jupe with the tire?
The gas station owner.
Who was his dad?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Did he attack him with the tire iron? Also.
Not we didn't see it in the movie.
Did he kill him with the tire, or did he attack him with the tire iron because he didn't like that he was born with a vagina nose?
I think that's why.
I think that's how he got the vagina
nose. Wait, so why was his son born bad, and that's the dad?
He was killing the livestock, and I guess he killed his sister too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I watched it.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that scene.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's a lot of information I missed.
Was it around that time too that the guy in the gas station's truck exploded?
Yeah,
because he can't go anywhere because Ruby wanted to go with him. Now neither of them can go because he had no truck now. So good luck. And then it's brought up to Ruby later on that she was trying to leave and all this other stuff. So,
and is that why they had Ruby? Large Marge had Ruby shackled up in the little. How did Ruby get out of that shackle? Do you think?
Trying to remember.
She's a child of incest, so I'm assuming she has bones made out of
rubber,
rubber or bendy straws.
Ruby was a child of incest.
I'm assuming most of those people are. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Cousin Ethel.
Cousin Mama, get over here. Uncle Grandpa, let's talk about things.
Tell me when. Wait, what was I going to say? Yeah, though I read you all my notes for, and then at one. Tell me when I did write a couple of notes for the recent or the more recent one until I realized I was watching the wrong one. I wrote a few notes. But
as soon as you said that, I was like, oh crap, I hope I didn't watch the wrong one. But then I went back and looked and I was like, no, I got it.
I was so stupid when I was trying to prepare for last week that I made a massacre of. I knew it was the Michael Berryman one, and then when I was in such a hurry, I didn't scroll, and I just clicked on the first one I saw, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is the wrong one. But what was kind of fun for me initially was on the more recent one, he had his producing partner, Wes Craven's producing partner, Marianne Madalena, wasn't his producing partner for the original one, but and she was his producing partner for all of the Scream movies. So I'm curious when she became a producing partner with him, because on the recent one, she was listed with him. And then I thought it was a cool cast with Ted Levine, Vanessa. Well, that's when I started to realize I must be watching the wrong one, because Vanessa Shaw, or is it Vanessa Shaw?
I don't know.
It
sounds.
I was like, okay, this can't be an Emily DeRaven playing. I guess that's how you say her name, playing Susan Lanier's part. That's when I was like, I don't think I'm Wait, say it.
I said that's so DeRaven.
DeRaven.
Instead of that's, I know. I was just making it bad. Like that's so Raven.
Oh, that's so Raven. But that's when I was like, I think I'm watching the wrong one. And Kathleen Quinlan. But the opening words, between 1945 and 62, the U.S. conducted 331 atmospheric nuclear tests. Today, the government still denies the genetic effects caused by the radioactive fallout.
I have to say, I was expecting more mutinish kind of people.
If you watch the remake, you'll get that. Oh yeah.
In the original one, they're just cannibals. Are they affected by?
I don't believe it's. I don't think
that.
I think it's more implied that it's more like incestual, like
mountain
rednecky kind of like
So for the recent one, or the one,
if you look at images of like the baddies in the remake, it's over the top. It's they're pretty gruesome looking.
So when and Ted Levine sounds just like he does as Buffalo Bill. So I watched the first 20 minutes until I realized, I was like, I know I'm watching the wrong one.
I was thinking it too. I was just like, should I have put like the year when I said like, hey, we should watch this? I'm like, I'm gonna feel wicked bad if I say Silent Night, Deadly Night, the one from 80, whatever it was, and then I was just like, then you mentioned something that you might be watching wrong. Oh my god, no, it's this from this year, and also Silent Night, Deadly Night from this year. So I'm like, all right, I covered it there.
I'll make sure I ask. I always knew to watch the originals. I just got messed up. But it ended up being kind of fun to see the first 20 minutes and then see what was different.
Once you're hooked up on my Plex, you can just check it out whenever you want, right?
Yes.
The new one?
Yeah, or the newer one. Yeah.
I don't want to be more traumatized than I've already been.
Believe me.
Sorry, Kevin.
You've got plenty more to watch.
You can watch. There's a one I watched recently called "When Evil Lurks." It was made in Argentina, so it's not in English. And it is a brutal possession movie. Same director made a movie called Terrified that I absolutely love. Same deal. It's not in English. You have to read the subtitles. And it is also very creepy. There is some brutal stuff in this movie. And it was really good. Really good. But it's also a very good story.
So Where Evil Lurks, and then When Evil Lurks,
yeah,
and then another film called Terrified.
Yep, Terrified. They're both in, I believe it's Spanish, right? Argentina.
Sure.
Yeah.
I talked to a girl at my work today into signing up for Shudder, so she could watch those two movies. She's like, I'm bored with all the horror stuff on Netflix. You know anything else that's really good? I'm like, let me just tell you about these two movies. One of them I just watched. The other one I recommend to everybody. And she's like, well, where can I see them? I'm like, they're on Shudder. She's like, I don't have Shudder. I'm like, they have a 7-day free trial. Sign up, watch those movies, and cancel.
So you can only see those two films on Shudder? You can't see them?
They're on my Plex too. But yeah,
okay.
I that's the thing is, if I absolutely love a movie, I'll go out and I'll buy a physical copy of it as well, and I'll rip it and put it on my Plex, which I did with Terrified. And
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I'm a nerd.
I can't remember what you said. Is The Hills Have Eyes Wes Craven's first film?
Nope. That would be Last House on the Left.
Yeah.
Was his first, and then was The Hills Have Eyes
The second.
his second? So The Hills Have Eyes was 1974.
Or 77.
77.
Oh, 1977. Okay. And
I
then
think Silent Night, Deadly Night was 84.
Yeah.
84. Okay. And then it was 77. Yeah. And then Last House on the Left, was that a few years before I know I could IMDb this.
I'm taking a look right now. Because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's the order. Doodly doot, everyone.
But it was creepy. Yeah.
People under the stairs, by chance?
No, I'm excited for what you next assign.
Well, no, that's a fun one. It's different. There's people that live in the walls and stuff.
Do you want that to be the next one?
I don't know. 72 was when The Last House on the Left came out.
72.
Yeah. Then he made a movie called The Firework Woman. It was written by, but he was a fake name. He went as Abe Snake.
Wes Craven did?
Yeah. Written by as Abe Snake.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. Abraham Snakenstein. I don't know.
Snakenstein.
Did he not want
his
name to be attached? So how? Oh, interesting.
And he made The Hills Have Eyes Part 2 as well.
He did the sequel. Okay. So the sequel would have had Ruby
And the mother.
Large Marge, and would it have had Bobby and Suze Lanier?
Let me see. I don't think Susan Lanier in it.
Yeah, because they're the only two left alive from the family, right?
Now that I'm thinking that he was
the baby.
That he was a fan of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think Suze Lanier's look, maybe like her clothing look, was similar to the final girl in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes, I loved the little shirt she wore and her tiny tatas.
So what it is, they do a flashback, and that's you see Suze Lanier in that.
Oh, no kidding.
So they don't give her. Maybe she didn't want to do the sequel.
It just says archive footage, and same thing with James, the vagina nose McGillicuddy. He was.
They brought him back for the sequel.
It was archive footage.
Oh, archive footage. Okay.
Yeah, it was a seance.
It was scary. I didn't like any of those savages. They were such good actors.
Yeah, they were. And just so you know, Sonny Bono is also archive footage.
Oh.
Yep. They just kept playing that tree hit over and over again.
Wham! Wham! Wham!
How did Sonny Bono get killed again?
He was skiing and he skied right into a tree. That's how he died.
No, not Sonny. Not the Sonny Bono.
That's how he died for real, though.
No, I know. That's so sad. in the movie, how did that character die again?
He ripped his mustache off.
I'm trying to remember.
I'm blanking.
I am too.
Pluto returns to their home. Beast pushes Mercury off a hilltop.
Beast was just amazing.
Ethel dies.
How did the cannibals get walkie-talkies?
They probably robbed somebody else
Yeah.
before they ate them, or maybe they got them from the Air Force Base. Maybe they robbed that place.
Oh yeah.
Does Doug live? Mars attacks Doug. Mars gains the upper hand, but Ruby interferes, enabling Mars attack.
Jack Black.
I feel like he dies.
Doug kills Mars.
Let's say we say we don't know and call this one a mystery.
Yeah. I don't know if they ever go back to him.
I don't remember. He's that memorable of a character. All we think is, I got you, babe. That's it. Over and over again.
I got you, babe.
They said our love won't pay the rent.
I was trying to think of something else to say and I can't. I don't know.
Do.
Anyways, so we can probably wrap this one up.
Yeah, we could probably wrap up. The Hills Have Eyes.
For the sound of music.
I do have a question.
Yes?
Do you think that character was inspired by Sonny Bono's
Oh,
stuff?
absolutely.
Okay.
It was the 70s, I think.
I mean, it was just so... What, did you find it distracting or did...
Like literally the second he was on screen, I was like, Sonny Bono.
Yeah, me
same
too.
Here.
Do you think that was bad or kind of fun?
Well, maybe at that time, more people looked like that. More people like had that fashion, like with the mustache and that kind of bowl cut looking thing.
Do you think it was distracting or no?
To me, it was because he looked like Sonny Bono, but maybe at the time it wasn't as distracting.
Yeah, maybe everybody looked like Sonny Bono back then.
Yeah, the guy's like, nice.
They were like, I want to look like Sonny Bono.
Now the guy's like, I want to look like Cher. And then the other guy's like...
So, did you love it, hate it?
Both.
Well, I'm so excited to see, because the only other Wes Craven film I'd seen, except for Scream, was Vampire in Brooklyn with Angela Bassett, and my friend played the second female lead. She went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts, and I went to the premiere of Vampire in Brooklyn. So to see a quintessential Wes Craven film, The Hills Have Eyes, I was so excited to see it. So I'm very grateful you assigned it to me. It was terrifying. The poor beauty, and then I was just terrified what was going to happen to the sweet little baby, who I didn't really think was a good little actor. Just her, I know she didn't know she was acting, but just
like
her eyes, and
she did what she was supposed to do. She was very effective.
She was very effective.
Whoever the baby wrangler did their job well.
Yeah, it was very effective.
Like,
and
look over here.
Yeah. It was just very unsettling film from beginning to end. Just very, very unsettling. So I'm not happy I'm happy you assigned it to me.
But at the same time, you're one level up on my shit list.
I'm forever like these films are gonna haunt me.
No,
I mean, not in a, but they're just now a part of my.
Yeah, you'll see something and be like, that reminds me of that time that baby was dragged up a hill and the hills have eyes.
And just the color. I mean, Wes Craven just created a world unto itself, and just that environment, the setting, the scenery, the color palette, it was just foreboding and a sense of dread all the way through.
So movie,
fantastic.
Yeah.
So
it's on the 1001 movies you must see before you die list as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I can
one
see
more to
why.
go.
Yep. That's it. I can technically go.
What is it numbered
I
Like,
have no idea. It doesn't say.
oh, okay, it doesn't say.
And it was also included among American Film Institute's 2001 list of 400 movies nominated for the top 100 most heart-pounding American movies. That's a lot of words that probably didn't need to be in one sentence. But yeah, so long story short, it was in 100 most heart-pounding American movies.
Well, now I've got that under my belt. I'm very happy.
The only fun moment was, well, Sonny Bono, and then the gymnastics flip. And
I thought
short.
Michael Berryman making fun of the dude on the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, that was definitely funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But he
Now
was
stand
so
on your
sweet.
head.
He's great.
I
got to meet him the one time, but he was, like you said, he's just right off the bat, very, very nice. Like, very nice.
Whoa.
As soon as I met him, I was like, I want you to be my uncle or something. Like,
yeah, just kind, just warm, kind, just a gentle voice. But yes, I was so excited to see Wes Craven, and excited to see, of course, he wrote and directed it and edited it. I thought was really amazing.
Yeah.
Well, now it makes more sense after Kevin told us to get his R rating. You know, he had to edit it down to whatever we got to see.
And he had to do that for Scream as well.
Did he?
Wait. Am I making that up? He did not Miramax, but the MPAA. If you watch the director's cut of Scream, it's a lot. In a few scenes, it's a lot gorier. Like the Drew Barrymore's boyfriend, when you see him tied to the chair, gutted. In the director's cut, you see some of the guts.
Oh, nice.
The intestines falling out. So there just were some details that he had to rein in for the film that was released, for the version that was released into the movie theaters.
He released the Virgin? Good job.
You think at some point, Jar Jar, and I don't know if you're familiar with the movie, because you just mentioned guts, so it made me think of it. Do you think we should have her watch Dead Alive?
I've never watched Dead Alive.
Okay. It's a Peter Jackson movie.
Yeah, I know that. Have I
seen Dead Alive?
I guarantee you probably haven't. You've seen Heavenly Creatures?
Oh, I loved Heavenly Creatures.
Oh, I know. What about The Frighteners? Have you seen The Frighteners?
No.
With Michael J. Fox?
I want to, but I haven't.
I remember.
And isn't Dee Wallace in The Frighteners? No. And is Forrest Whitaker?
This
No.
something that's really sad. Her husband passed away while she was filming Frighteners.
Oh.
And they stopped production so she could go home to be with her family and all this other stuff, and waited. And then when she was ready to come back, they came back and picked up production.
No, her husband passed away.
Yeah. He's also an actor. She was in a bunch of movies with him.
And is he the one who she had her daughter with?
Yep. Gabrielle Stone. Yep.
So Dead Alive.
Howling together, if you've ever seen The Howling.
No.
The Howling is great.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
One of the best werewolf movies. Yeah.
Movie.
Like good transformation in it and everything. I dug it.
I am excited seeing these movies just because I've known about them for so long. I wouldn't say excited, but excited it's a great film education and re-education.
And then you get to hang out with us.
Right. Which is just icing on the cake.
No, it is icing on the cake.
So the thing with Dead Alive is that it's not scary. It is extremely gory. Extremely gory. But I think it would be interesting because you see what he is now. You see what Peter Jackson is, the director now, and to see where he came from.
Okay.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, so we'll do that.
Did he do Dead Alive after Heavenly Creatures? Or
nope. It was first movie was Bad Taste, and then it was Meet the Feebles, and then it was Dead Alive, and then I think it was Heavenly Creatures after that.
And did he do? Oh no, I was Guillermo del Toro did Hellboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did then after that he did King Kong
I loved his King Kong with Naomi Watts
and Jack Black.
and Jack Black. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
Oh no?
No?
No, and I loved the book. I
I
didn't
went to see all of them in the theater,
Same here.
and I bought the extended cut on DVD, and I've watched all of the special features.
The only
And
one I
are they
didn't
amazing?
watch
Yes.
the extended cut for was Return of the King.
Oh yeah,
I was like, that one's way too long on its own.
yeah. It's good. You have to be. There's a lot to it.
Oh yeah.
Part of the thing that makes it interesting is it's so beautiful. Like it's filmed in New Zealand, and it's just everything is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Zealand. I've always wanted to go to New Zealand. My ex-husband was Australian, so I've been to Australia, but I would love to go to New Zealand. They've got a great film community there in New Zealand.
Yeah,
with
we had a
filmmakers.
director on for Deathgasm from Deathgasm 2. And he worked on the Lord of the Ring movies and Hobbit as a visual effects guy. And but yeah, he worked for Weta. That's like he started his own effects. Like Peter Jackson started his own VFX company called Weta Effects. And so he worked for them for those movies.
Very cool.
Yeah, but he makes like low budget, like no budget movies. Then he'll turn around and make a movie with Daniel Radcliffe, and like whatever, like bigger movies. So it's pretty cool. He made Guns Akimbo. I think I told you about that, Jeremy, right?
I don't recall.
Oh, you ever see Guns Akimbo?
Nope.
It's Daniel Radcliffe has like two pistols like bolted to his hands that he can't get rid of.
Guns
Akimbo. Yeah, and he can't like get rid of.
I like Daniel Radcliffe. I think he does some amazing movies.
It's ridiculous. All these kids I didn't think I would like as actors, and now I think they're amazing now as adults.
Did you say Guns Akimbo?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
He does a really cool show with what's his name there? Plays God in the show, and Daniel Radcliffe's an angel trying to get God not to do the end of times and stuff. Oh God, Buscemi is God in it.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
I love Steve Buscemi.
I love Steve Buscemi.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he was a firefighter before he ever became an actor.
I love that his family owns a grocery store in Massachusetts.
They do not.
Yeah, there's a place called Buscemi's in Massachusetts that's owned by his family.
Is that where he was born and raised?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I know Steve Carell was from was it from Acton? I think he was from the Acton area. And when I worked for TJX, I met his niece. She used to work the fitting room at TJ Maxx, and she dumb as a box of hammers. Very nice. She looks just like him. It's weird.
Steve Carell.
Yeah, Steve Carell.
And she's dumb. Wait, are we still recording?
Yeah, we are. I'll cut all this out.
Chop chop.
Yeah, but yeah, she's very nice, but she's just like super dumb, and like in a nice way. Like she doesn't remember anything. Like there would always be like if it had to go around, I had to ask people questions, and if I was walking towards, they're like, oh, just go to someone else, please. Like, please.
And she looks just like him.
Yeah, you can definitely tell they're related. Definitely. The last time I talked to her it was a while ago, obviously, because I haven't worked there forever. But he was making that movie about the wrestling coach.
Oh yeah, I remember. I don't remember the title, but
yeah, she was telling me about it. That he was still making that one. That's the last time I had talked to her. But it was he was trying to do more serious stuff, and that one didn't work out. So he's back to doing more comedy stuff.
Yeah.
But
and this is his daughter or niece?
His niece.
Niece. Okay.
But I guess he still comes home to Mass for Christmas and everything. He like his his whole side of the family's out here.
Is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his wife, he met his wife doing a Daily Show. They were both like reporters on the Daily Show back in the day.
Right. His wife is. I've never watched the Daily Show.
Oh,
but
no?
his
Really?
wife, I know. His
This is back in
wife's
John
first
Stewart.
name is Nancy, but I'm Nancy Ann. Everybody.
Nar.
I don't like the name Nancy.
I'm Kevin Michael, everyone. I'm Kevin Michael.
Kevin.
I'm Jeremy Stoner. How you like that?
Wait, your middle name is Stoner?
Damn
No.
straight.
No,
Born and raised.
that's not true.
It is.
That's not true.
Stoner.
Is that what turned you on to marijuana?
No, as a kid, I was actually wicked ashamed of my middle name. It wasn't until like my late teens that I realized the great power of it. And I was just like, oh my God, that's the best. I was actually living in a town where there was 3 other Jeremys. And somebody was just like, dude, what is your middle name? Because like it's so difficult trying to talk to everybody. And I told him Stoner. And from that point on, for about 20 years, that's all anybody called me was Stoner.
Stoner.
Yeah.
And oops. I got cold. Wait, is that your mom's maiden name?
No, my mom thought she was having a girl. So, back in those days, she just decided because of the way she was carrying the baby that she was having a girl. So she had all girl names picked out. So when I was born and I had a penis, my grandfather had to step in and give me a name. And he supposedly named me after one of his war buddies from Korea. I was just like, oh, Stoner, huh? I can only imagine what that war buddy was doing in Korea.
That is crazy that is your middle name.
I know. It was it's the sad part because I named my son Jeremy also, but I gave him the middle name Jordan. And
Jeremy Jordan.
yeah, he was very disappointed about it once he was like, why didn't you give me the full name? I was just like, your mother.
Jeremy Stoner Courtney. JSC.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Same initials as Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Jesus Stephen Christ.
Yes.
Jesus Sam Christ.
I thought his middle initial was H.
That's me too. For the longest time.
Jesus. Who did give him that is hilarious. Jesus H. How do you think H became his middle
Jesus
initial?
H. I don't know.
That's funny. If you think about it.
I was originally going to be a third. My dad is a junior, and I was going to be named the same name. My dad's name is pretty horrible. My name's not great, anyways. But
your name is great, Kevin Crooksy.
As a kid, I definitely would not have liked my dad's name. But
No.
I mean, as an older guy, it would have been fun because his name is Otis.
Oh.
I love that.
It's Otis Charles Crook. Is my dad's name.
I like Otis.
Otis.
The
Charles.
only one I can think of
No
though
one
is
calls him
Otis
Otis.
Redding.
No
Yeah.
one calls him Otis. He doesn't go by Otis. He goes by Skip.
Skip. Oh, that's so cute.
Don't know why. It's been called Skip forever. He even has his own name tattooed on his arm. It just says Skip right on his arm. He got a tattoo in dentures the same year. He was 15 years old.
Jesus.
He also dropped out of school that same year.
Skip.
He got his nursing license without a high school diploma.
No.
Yeah, and then I remember when they changed that you had to have that, and he had to go to Quincy to get his GED
Oh no shit.
to keep his nursing license. Yeah, so he would drop me off. I went to Burncoat, and he'd drop me off there, and then he would go.
Oh.
What was
I went
the
to
name?
East Middle.
Oh yeah, no, this is Burncoat Elementary.
I love the name Burn Coat.
Yep,
That was
Burncoat.
the street it was on.
Yeah.
BURNCOAT or BURNCOTE.
It's Burncoat like a coat, like I'm wearing a coat.
Burn.
burn it.
But burn it.
Way.
I went to Burncoat Burncoat Prep was the elementary.
But burn it. But burn.
Yeah, and I went to Burncoat Middle, and then they wouldn't let me go to Burncoat High because I was not a good student.
Mm.
And the reason I was going to Burncoat Elementary because I lived in Maine South, and that's nowhere near Burncoat, Jeremy.
No.
I got kicked out of school in 3rd grade, and the only school that would take
You
me,
lived in a dangerous area.
I did. The reason I got kicked out of school is because I had to fight like almost every day,
Oh, yeah.
and I would win almost every day.
Good for you, man.
I got kicked out of school. I went to Downing Street, and I got kicked out. And then they're like, "All right, the only school that'll take is Burncoat, so you got to figure that out." And I was like, "All right, cool." In elementary school, taking a city bus to school by myself.
Oh,
Those were the days.
I love
everyone who
Kevin
knew
Crook.
Mhm.
Do we do our closing?
Oh, yes, we
Get
should do
now
it.
that I'm still recording, so yeah. Just
And
be like,
I'll go much faster this time, but you lead us off, Jar.
All right. I'm Jeremy Courtney on Facebook. Come be friends with me. I have a wonderful YouTube show called Splash Pages that I do every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Come watch it live and hang out and learn about comic books, as well as I hang out with these guys whenever it happens. And you guys get to listen to us every Sunday, almost every Sunday, every other Sunday.
mostly.
So
Sometimes it's we take a week here and there, because it's holidays,
yeah,
things like that. We don't want to, people are liking the episodes. I get comments, so it's it's things that people are liking it, and I don't want them to drown in it. I want them to be like, I need another episode. When's it
a
coming?
little bit of
When's it
flavor.
coming?
Need another.
When's the next
Suck on
one?
that.
I've had people in the chat for Wicked Heart asking when the next NAR episode's coming out. I've had that.
You're
Oh,
really?
nice.
I had
That's
someone
awesome.
with the last one we put up. Someone messaged me. He's like, "Oh my god, the double vaginal, double anal thing you brought up was hilarious." I was like, "Yeah, there you go. You learned something."
The more you know.
But yeah, so it's working. People are liking it
Wait,
So,
what
yeah.
was the double vaginal, double anal?
because we
Yeah.
it was DV. We said something about DV.
Oh, the DP on.
Oh, DP.
on
DP
yeah,
was. And then I said that Matt and Trey had a band called DVDA
yeah.
because the DP is double
Double
penetration.
vaginal.
Right. Now we can laugh all about it all over again. Anyways,
We're all like 12 years old again.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah. No, I'm locked in at 12.
Same here.
So, how about you, Kevin? Where can people follow you
Well-
and find you?
If you don't care about comic books, but you care about horror movies, I have a live show on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, called The Wicked Horror Show, live on Facebook and YouTube. And there's open chat, so you can ask questions of our guests. You can ask when the next NAR episode is coming out. You can do stuff like that. And that's with Tony Has Nine Fingers. And we have, everything from first-time filmmakers up to like horror icons. And, it's a good time. We've been doing it for a long time. I would like to see some movement. So watch and listen, please. And then I also do That Strange Show with Angel and Mandy. And that's also on the Dorkening Podcast Network. And then, obviously, I'm here with these lovely people. Nar, what about yourself?
Do you do, is that Mandy Cantone
No.
or a different Mandy?
It's
Okay.
Mandy. Yeah, it used to be Mandy and Ryan. They're like a couple, and Ryan he can't do it anymore. He's like super busy. So they're like, hey, you want to do it? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I do that too. Yeah, we don't do it that often, but it's fun.
Can you all do this? Let's do the next show like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
like you have to talk like we're in the 50s. I'll show
Hey,
you.
there.
I'm gonna give you a.
Talking
Okay.
out the side of your mouth.
Talking about, hey boys, how you doing?
Nancy Ritter here with stroke pills.
Stroke pills.
Hey, Hey, take these stroke pills. See,
I smell burning toast.
it smells like burnt toast. Strokepills.com.
Stroke pills. Get your stroke pills here.
Stroke pills, huh? Walking around like a football game. Stroke pills, Ham.
With the Cracker Jacks.
Yeah, yeah. Stroke pills, peanuts. Stroke pills, cotton candy. Stroke pills. Anyways, Nancy.
Okay, that's so funny. Okay, you can find me at Nancy Ann Ritter. I mean, on Facebook, Nancy Ann Ritter. Instagram at Nancy Ann Ritter. I'll go much. Do I get to say my convention?
Absolutely.
I'll go much faster. Okay, February 3rd is Monster Fest Mania in Akron, Ohio. Me and the cheerleader, Leonora from Scream. And then possibly one February 17th and 18th in Pennsylvania. Then I'll just do my definites. March 1st to the 3rd, Cult Classic Convention with Leonora. And then the next definite one, April 27th and 28th, 4-State Comic-Con, Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Oh, Lord. And then we jump to August 24th and 25th, Harrisburg Comic and Pop Con. And then a haunt in early October. And then there are a few more that are to be finalized. So, but I gave you the definite.
Ones that are definite. You can, once the other ones are solid, you can add those to the list.
Yes. And then I have 3 films coming out in 2024. The only ones, the only ones will come, and I have big parts in these movies. The only ones will come out spring 2024 at film festivals and then be released after that. Then The Girl 2 that Leonora and I are in together, set in a mental institution. That'll come out in 2024. Then The Woodman that Leonora and I are in, also 2024. And then I'll be shooting a new film in January called Blood and Breakfast. And that's all for me. And then hopefully I'll be going into adult entertainment. So hopefully
I'm buying all the movies.
Hopefully I can announce that too. I'm totally stroke porn.
Stroke porn.
Like, I'm gonna get very graphic right now. You just like, so
Oh,
you want a hand job, huh? You just be like,
do it again. Do it again.
Oh God, Kevin.
are you done? Like,
Are you done yet? Now we gotta start all over.
I haven't seen Jar Jar laugh that much in a while. That's so funny. Stroke porn.
anyways, thanks for watching / listening, everyone. We're all going to hell.
Going to hell.
Bye, everyone. Stroke.
Bye.